Hello, by watching this video. My name is Jess, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, where us and John, you know, in our new get-ups and stuff like that, are going ahead and looking around to figure out what happened with this meta. So, I see that. Did that not save? Wait, what? I did all this last time. Did it not save properly? I swear to God, game. What? I literally just did... Huh? Am I missing something? Oh, okay. It says private evidence. Why did I...
Let me see what I can do about all this.
Why was it showing me that stuff again? I thought I did all of that. Okay, sure. Whatever. Private evidence then, please. Thank you. Lovely. Whatever I can do.
The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
Okay.
I know you can untangle this mess.
Alright, can't talk to him anymore about this stuff. Okay, main hall, gold stars? Did you say? Gold stars on his mask, I believe. Was it gold? Oh, wait, hold up. Let me go to my casebook, please. That would be Vogel's testimony, murderer's key, Kermacho's appearance. This one, please. Thank you. Supposed to be in the hall among the guests. The man who wears the golden stars, he is nervous. Okay, golden stars. I don't even know where to find golden stars, to be perfectly honest. So he wouldn't be a servant or anything. You're close, but I don't know if that's it or not. I couldn't imagine there's that many people around here that, you know. Is it not you? I feel like they'd be acting more... You.
Kurt Manchios, I presume. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, you must be the one Werner told me about. What a sweet voice you have. It must belong to a handsome young man. Can I call you Sherlock?
I like this.
As you wish, Mr. Manchios. Mr. Vogel asked me to help you. The body in the altar room requires answers, and quickly. I suspect the murderer to still be here.
What? Lower your voice. I don't want anyone to hear us.
What about Fabio?
Did you know Fabio well?
People are starting to look at us, Sherlock. Change the subject. I can't believe what happened to him. To me. Such an atrocity. Think what it means for me. A wonderful evening for so many good, influential, and rich people has been ruined. I have betrayed all my promises of exotic delights.
I don't understand. Surely a murder would affect your reputation to a greater extent.
Please, isn't this why you are here? I thought you were a silent magician. Do your tricks and make it go away.
I need to find all those who had the key to the altar room. As far as I know, Mr. Vogel, Fabio, and you had access to it. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Also, Matista and Santos.
Santos? Who is that?
Santos Pinchetti, my major domo. In his opinion, at least.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Pinchetti and Matista. Do you have somewhere I might have a private conversation with them?
Of course, of course. Let me think. Matista is entertaining the guests somewhere, and Santos... Oh, yes. He will be busy with the servants. Or the cook. What's that noise? What's going on?
Freeze, filth. You're under arrest.
Okay. Interesting. You know what? Fair enough. Why do I feel like this is a part of the show? Never mind! Dude's getting launched! I was about to say part of the show, but there's no way that's part of the show. I just didn't expect the cops to come in here and start shooting everyone, though. I will say though, I don't blame the cops. Really don't. I've seen this place firsthand. I have no issues with this. I'll do an undercover
Look
work.
at you.
Yeah.
Committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand, and apologize for the inconvenience.
I did tell you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I emphasized it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing fleas like you. Thank God we have Vogel in his letter. Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig. Oh, my wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Wait, did you say Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes? Are you the youngest son of Violet Holmes, rest her soul?
Is something wrong with that?
Is there something wrong with that? Do you know something about her?
I was working on the paperwork of her case while you still had milk on your lips.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Well, I didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes. Why?
Perhaps we can negotiate.
Perhaps we can negotiate. I could be quite useful.
Huh. Got you hooked, right? You know what? Stark and the others think they're the smartest here, thanks to you. Let me get this straight. Are you listening to me, lad?
I'm all ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald. I'll leave everything I have on this table. Find the murderer. Be a real copper. Question the suspects, make them sing, give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel is not a suspect?
If he's innocent, then you can take your favourite degenerate away from here. If you slip or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bludgeon. Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you. If anybody asks, then you're a consulting detective.
Let's make a start then, partner.
All
I'm
right.
glad we managed to get the scoop before the raid.
Well, I still can't change my clothes. God, all right, I'm just stuck like this. Sherlock, I feel like we're going crazy. I, Santos Pachetium, witness who reports a suspicion of murder at the Machios mansion in the Grand Sarai. During the preparations for the social party, I heard a loud noise from the closed altar room. Immediately, I thought of the sacrifice of the living room being overviewed by none other than the Kurt Machios. There was blood on the wall, strange symbols, and a dagger in the heart. As soon as I was able to think clearly, I rushed to the police station to report my findings. The station responded to the deposition by sending a patrol, while the witness left the station and went home. Okay. So Santos went and... Interesting. Upon the report of a witness of the satanic ritual who claimed to have found a body, the raid at the Machios mansion was granted. It was resulted in the arrest of multiple suspects and dispersal of the group in mask, and robes caught in the act of gross indecency and unnatural behavior. The body of the victim was found lying on the altar with a knife wound in his chest. The officer identified the victim, Fabio, 20, a local performer and artist. Arrested subjects, Werner Vogel, had a letter of insinuating nature in his possession which had been written by the victim. He claims to have found the body. He is infamous for his eccentric personality. Sherlock Holmes carried a murder weapon, a dagger with the victim's blood, and other items of evidence. He was invited by the other suspect, Werner Vogel, presumably to obstruct the official investigation. Kurt Machios, the owner of the mansion, organizer of the satanic party, paid the victim to participate in the ritual, had access to the crime scene. Tista, Fabio's partner and participant in the ritual, tried to escape, resisted arrest, owned a book with the description of the ritual performed in the altar room. Some of the guests are temporarily detained for further questioning. Alright. Cordona, please. Provider of the ticket is permission to inspect all evidence on case number 626. Thank you. So I'm guessing not the book, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at these keys then, please.
Back on track to solve the case.
I can't go back to prison.
When were you ever in prison, John? Okay, whatever.
Look, I found Werner.
Where? Down here. Oh, John. Oh, okay, John's down there. I'm guessing that's Kurt Machios. What's up, Werner?
Werner, are you all right?
Oh, yes, yes. Everything's fine. In fact, it's something of a family reunion. My brother spent quite some time in this place himself.
You should not be here. I told the police everything I knew, but they refused to let you go. They require proof to free you.
Why are you so stubborn
What
about?
do you expect? The mighty Sherlock Holmes swans in, tells the officers what to think, and the world obeys?
Of course not. Anyway, I struck a deal with the constable, and I've got a free hand in the investigation. I find proof to solve the case for him. He obtains files about my mother's death for me.
Well done. If one has the power or will and can act, then one must. I wonder, suppose you couldn't get the proof to your truth. Would you tell a lie to the guard that enabled my freedom, knowing my innocence? Would that not be just?
I wouldn't lie for you.
There are lines I will not cross, Werner. I will do my best to secure your release, but with proof, not deception.
Really? How many white lies have you told on this island? Why not for me? Why not another?
That is absurd. I can resolve this without compromises. Do not give up hope.
Okay.
I can't follow you here. I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I can't follow you here.
I have learned who told the police about the crime. It was Santos Pinchetti,
Do I know him?
the major domo of the manor. He cleans up after you.
Well, then he does his job perfectly. All but invisible. I couldn't tell you the first thing about him.
Okay. That's it with you then. Nobody through here. Nobody through here. Alright.
Good day, Mr. Manchios. I am Constable Oswald's partner in this investigation.
Be quick and gentle. Some of your colleagues are untrained boors. Although I don't mind meeting young officers. The new blood here.
I don't like you!
If you cooperate in finding Fabio's murderer, there will be no need to meet with the Boers again.
That voice. Werner's friend? You're the policeman. What a disappointment.
Only an undercover agent can scour a ditch full of deviants. I am a consulting detective, although I'm capable of replacing the entire department through my consultations.
Sharp-tongued, I like it. May I presume this tongue will get us out of this trouble? I would be so indebted and glad to repay you.
Nothing's changed. I'm looking for the murderer. That's the only way to get us out of trouble.
But it shouldn't take much time, correct? We're all busy, after all.
I need to examine you first.
Why do I have to examine him? I don't want to examine him. Wears makeup, probably to look younger. Okay, great, lovely. What? Ration with exposure from hair dye. Okay, yeah. Anything else on the face? I don't think so right now. Hands. Wash hands in a hurry. Okay, so he could have been back there. Oh, that looks like some bloody shoes. Lavishly expensive. Okay, never mind. Kermaj is extremely less century physics. He's an organizer of the parties according to his elite and the owner of the Master's Mandate. He spends his life in a company similarly over with people. However, Mr. Macho wishes to hide his true age for the younger participants of the party. He's concerned with aging to the point where he uses makeup and dyes his hair. Okay. He spends... Okay, Kermaj is extremely less central as he's an organizer of parties according to his elite. The owner of the Master's Mandate. He spends his life in a company similar... Okay, yep. However, this in sociable manner made him cautious regarding his health. But uses chemicals hair dyes to clean and improve himself to the extent that damages his skin. I'm going... I was going to say that one, but if the soap under the fingernails means he would have to clean everything and stuff like that. Alright. Sure. That one. That seems to
You're
add all
so
clothes.
focused on cleanliness that these products are severely damaging your skin.
I would laugh at you. Ha! If only my cheeks didn't hurt. Not exactly. I try to take care of my body. A young man who has yet to confront his own aging couldn't hope to understand.
These chemicals are quite literally melting your face.
Ah, the price of beauty. I'll be fine. I'm sure of it.
Such a methodical man who cares for his body but misses the soap under his fingernails. Are you so impatient, or perhaps even impulsive?
I wouldn't call myself that. Silly little details. If I missed it, it wasn't important. Or rather, it was less important than who or what I was focused on.
Ugh.
What was Fabio like? His personality, his habits? Anything you can tell me?
He was the brightest star of my parties. Young, magnetic, and full of energy. I don't even want to mention his beauty. Otherwise, I'll be sobbing.
An expensive champion, I imagine.
His performances were flawless. He deserved his payment. Do you think he was murdered because of money?
Possibly. What about the other guests? Were they used to opening their wallets as well?
I wouldn't restrict my guests from anything. I'm sure Fabio received a few coins from others for his services.
Mr. Vogel told me a little about your parties, but I would like to know more directly from you.
I'm all yours, Sherlock. You have me arrested and locked here with you alone.
Alright, Diddy, chill out, please. Okay, whom did you invite,
I'd like
please?
to know who you usually invite to your parties.
Free minds who are able to leave reality for an evening, who can taste forbidden fruit without prejudice. There is nothing that quite spices up life like these parties, assuming one is old enough and has worked many years for the good of one's country.
Oh, all true laborers, I see. Why did you invite Mr. Vogel as your special guest?
He's a pretty fellow. He's capable of surprising the public. He has a talent for saying words that no one else would wish to either say or hear.
I suppose I can't argue with that.
He is a free addition to the eccentricity of the party, which is fine by me, as long as it enhances my party.
Alright.
That's not something I know much about. That's not something I know much about. That's not something I know much about.
Do you have any idea who tipped off the police to raid your mansion, Mr. Manchios?
Of course. It was you. I could even say you Sherlocked me in here.
A good guess, but the wrong one. The fellow who did that was Mr. Pinchetti, your major domo.
What? Santos? But how could he even know? If he's not the murderer himself. The ungrateful swine. He has dared to besmirch my reputation.
Not a very eloquent choice of words.
What should I call him then, since he's a snitch? Make him talk, Sherlock. I'm quite certain he knows more about the murder than he has told the police.
Okay.
You'd better ask someone else. That's not something I know much about. I've no idea about that. You'd better ask someone else. I've no idea about that. I've no idea about that. I've no idea about that. That's not something I know much about. You'd better ask someone else.
You bought an expensive
There
pair
we
of
go.
cufflinks for Fabio. Were they his price? Or were they a tip for an exclusive show?
It was pure business. Fabio escorted me a few times. I was merely showing my gratitude.
This pair cost a small fortune. You must be extremely grateful then. Tell me more.
You've thrust a knife in an exposed nerve, Sherlock. Yes, he was my protege and my beacon also. With my experience and his beauty, we could have achieved anything. I had faith in him. I would have made him.
Ew! Okay, great. Lovely. Hello. Who may you be? Are you?
I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Matista?
I'm helping Constable Oswald. You are Matista, Fabio's friend.
This body, yes, it's Matista. But it's a mere shell that will die someday. Just like Fabio.
Condolences?
Please accept my condolences for your friend.
Thank you.
I'm just here to ask questions and find Fabio's murderer.
It will not bring Fabio back.
Observe. Okay, great. Lovely. The makeup, I'm guessing? Nope. Something more around the neck. Blood-filled bruises obtained recently. That's not great. The tattoo. Primitive occult tattoo. That's creepy. Nervous. Yep, fair enough. And scars. Ugh. Old. Oh, God, that's depressing. And old, barely visible shackles. That. Oh, that's really depressing. Oh, she got. Okay. Infected with branding. That's. Oh my God. This is so different from how I punch yourself with best. It seems the performer and Fabio's partner had a difficult life. She was branded and enslaved while still a child, and when she was a slave, she met Fabio, hence her similar branding. Old scars are the cult of her slavery. During adolescence, she continues to be haunted by these traumatic experiences. She seems to be pragmatic about her body. After years of abuse, she tells herself to the guests to do whatever they want to her. She's not afraid to step over the line. Also, Matista marks her body with ink. This is a performer and Fabio's partner in a difficult life. She has a genuine interest in mysticism, since she has a tattoo on her body with occult symbols. Matista tries to get over her past in life. Performer and opportunity. I must say disassociated from her body, from how she was talking earlier as well. So I'm gonna say that one
You
for
have
now.
both old and new scars. Some from the time when you were a slave with Fabio. Other scars have a different origin. The guests pay good money to torment you?
I am skilled in giving pleasure, but I don't participate in such practices.
I thought your body was...
For sale? It's true. Many unwanted things were done to my body. And the pain helped me to discover...
Occult deities? Yes, the tattoo speaks loudly of it.
Yes. Your gods abandoned me, and the ones I favor now are more protective of me.
How did you escape?
Something happened. One night the master fell down the stairs. I made him fall, and he died. We ran
Fair
away
enough.
that day. We managed to get on a ship and traveled here, to Gordona. Fabio and I started a new life here. It was very hard at first, but it became better with time. Until today.
Oh, where'd you get those
The
bruises?
bruises on your neck are not self-inflicted. Someone else made them.
Some guests can't contain themselves. They even bite, sometimes. I know I can handle the news.
Okay. Interesting. Is there someone else to talk to? Okay, there's the exit there. Let's see someone else in there. Don't see anyone in there. No one there. And this is the way to exit here. Okay, and there's a whole bunch of those detainees. Alright, Mind Palace time, please. Let's go and try to push a whole bunch of things together, because we have a lot now. But I don't feel like reading through all these. Okay, great. Montrose washed himself after the murder. Okay, that could be potentially it. Yeah, sure. Boom, 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 boom. Nope. All right. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Lovely. During the fight in the smoking lodge, Fabio bruised Matilda. All right, that's a possibility. Boom, 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 boom. Oop. Okay, Fabio bruised Matilda. Matilda was bruised by gas. It could be either or. Okay, when I press circle, it just does that one. All right, interesting. Mind pal. Oh, okay, wonderful. But she is suspect. Boom, 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 boom. Nope. Boom, 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 boom. Nope. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Macho set himself up for debauchery. Macho washed himself for the murder. Carefully put himself with depravity. I wouldn't say carefully. I don't know. Okay. And that I think is all of them for now. Which is a surprising amount and a concerning amount. So, oh god, there's so many things we need to go through. Alright, Santos suspects that he had the key. Archives to question him. He has been the first person to find the body. He is the perfect suspect. Inspectors. Archive. Hello.
Have you considered Mr. Santos Pinchetti as a suspect?
The snitch? Have you seen him? I mean, my breath could knock him down. What's so special about him?
As a major domo, he has keys that open all the rooms, including the one to the crime scene. Could have testified only to circumvent suspicion, don't you think? We need to question him.
Right. I'll send our men to fetch him. Stay here. They brought him in, Mr. Holmes. Here's the key to interrogation room number 7. Mr. Pinchetti didn't even resist, our men said.
Thank you.
Alright. Santos! Where are you at? What door is 7? Whoa, sorry, I tried to mute that before I did that, before I sneezed. My bad. Alright, didn't work too well. Alright, that's 7. Hello.
Mr. Pinchetti, a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald.
I've already told him everything I know. I'm only a witness, sir. Everything's in my report.
And I've read it. You forgot to mention that you hold the keys to the room where Fabio was found. I need only to find if the crime was intentional.
But I need to return to my duties.
I doubt the house will fall without you, Mr. Pinchetti. Just be still for a few seconds.
Alright. Anything with your hair? Bruises by the neck. That's not good. Oh, wait. Is that allergy? Colored more than once. Okay. Repaired multiple times. Something with the hands or the shoe. I feel like everyone's been with the shoe so far. Blood on the... Yeah, that's great. Sometimes specifically had servant of malicious man. The piping employed by the highest position within the poorhouse. He seems to be poor. His body shows symptoms of persist. Okay, damaged skin under the piles of makeup. The majority of his suit and multiple holes that have been patched. Okay, to renovate the suit's look. Mr. Patricia has dyed it. Okay, Sanso's the head servant. Okay, despite having enough money, Mr. Pachetti spends as little of it as possible. Cheap makeup hides his imperfections, his body, and attempts to look more modern. Mr. Pachetti has dyed his suit on multiple occasions to save even more money, and the Moderna seems to have personally repaired multiple holes in the suit. Repaired multiple times, skin allergy, colored more than once, stepped in blood. I'm gonna say financial difficulties. Sure. Why not?
You are the major domo of a rich mansion, and you seem barely able to afford decent clothing. You hide, under heavy makeup, a skin disease that might be treated with more onerous but less harmful means. Do you have money troubles?
Do not have a lot of means. The pay is below what you might expect.
But you could easily change your job if your employer does not meet your elementary needs.
One can change his employer, that is true.
And the blood on your shoe, where does that come from?
I don't actually know. Perhaps from a guest?
Did you know Fabio?
Not personally. He was a frequent guest, and cleaning the mess after his performances was tedious. Mr. Manchios always had a role for him, and mainly the leading one. The parties were always, Fabio-centric?
And Matista? Was she as popular as her partner?
Don't tell her I said this, but I do not think so. Mr. Manchios hired her only because Fabio refused to work without her. Mr. Manchios used to see her as a worker. She was tasked with entertaining the guests, unlike Fabio, who could pick and choose.
Interesting. Okay. Alright, this is all crazy so far. Alright, I failed to notice the bloodstain on his shoe while cleaning after the murder. Wait, no, wrong one. Blood on the shoe. Boom. Okay, and then Vogel. Okay, that's it there. Did I already? Yeah, I already did all that. I figured. Alright, sacrificial lamb, deductions. Manchios walks himself to the murder, accidentally stepped in the blood while discovering the crime scene. Or missed the blood splatter and accidentally stepped in blood. Wait. Careful. God, there's so many different things. It's gonna be kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I want your keys, please. Thank you. Lovely. Appreciate it.
I recognize the key from the altar room among these.
And then this letter. Small note attached that says, Sanso's my hopeful slug. He begged me to include you in my will, so I did. Here's my razor Kurt. This accidental note. Sanso's the majority of the Manchos mentioned receives a jar of mustache wax and a salt lint that he might always remember his caring employer. That's brutal. Fight Evans.
Mr. Manchios says that you begged him to be included in the heritage. Isn't that a little extreme, even for a major domo?
He's not only my employer, he's my uncle. And I'm his next of kin. The only one.
That's crazy.
Mr. Manchios flatly refuses to pay a family member. All I have to do is repay his so-called love, cleaning up the filth after perverts and decadents. He's imprisoned me. The best I can hope for is a new broom. That's why I wanted to have my part of the inheritance.
Is it that bad? You have a roof above your head, a salary, and the status of a major domo.
For God's sake. I'm forced to dye and stitch my threadbare clothes, and the holes in my shoes are painful. I'm ashamed every time a guest looks at me closely.
Why do you think your uncle treats you this way?
My mother, my uncle's sister, had me illegitimately. She died, and I was given the surname of one of the maids.
But you are entitled to some of the money that belongs to your family.
He thinks not. I was not responsible for my mother's death. I work hard, and he pays me nothing. I feed on the leftovers. While he wastes our estate's property on decadent parties, he paid Fabio handsomely and showered him with expensive gifts for their disgusting relationship.
Alright, well there's a little bit more to add then, and that seems to be all I can do right now. So there's more. I have to talk to...
Please let me out.
I have to talk to plenty of other people, but I think we're going to end off this video here. I'm assuming somebody's going to need to be an 8 at some point, stuff like that. But we'll go ahead and start up and continue on with all this interrogating in the next video. So, I would love to say, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to comment, subscribe, and enjoy. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Can you tell me